Now, here's a question for you guys. A lot of people are comparing that to the whole Damien Sandow John Cena situation that happened, where Sandow had a great match with Cena. Everybody thought, okay, so now this is Sandow's time. Sandow's going to get a big push. And then nothing happened. Do you think the same situation's going to happen with Cesaro, or?
I don't think it's going to happen because with Sandow, I think he has a pretty good character, although at this point, what character does Sandow really have? And his wrestling was pretty basic. It's not bad, but Cesaro, whenever you see the guy in the ring, I mean, think about the match he had with Dean O'Brien. He just excels ridiculously with his feat of strength and all that. So I think it's a similar beginning, which is just like, let's just put him with Cena. Cena wins, and let's see what happens. But by the end of that match, we were talking during Raw, and I just had to say, like, both guys just looked amazing. Nobody lost that match. I don't care who won or lost. Just both came out as winners.
And I think you can also just see that WWE has more confidence in Cesaro. Although it doesn't always seem like it, it does appear that if you kind of look back that they've sort of been steadily pushing Cesaro along slowly, and they've usually been giving him those opportunities to really show off his strength and his abilities. And, it goes down to NXT and he tears it up and has, match of the year candidates. So I think, Cesaro, and just one thing easy is he's just more over. That big swing is really over with the crowd. Sandow has not reached that level of overness that Cesaro's at. So I'm more confident that he's not going to fall off the map. And I think he's just too impressive to ignore.
So do you think they separate him from Colter? Because that would break my heart. And I'd love to see him and Zeb move up and then they dump Jack Swagger. Sorry, Jack, but yeah.
I think eventually you could probably get a face turn for Cesaro because he's got a few moves in his arsenal that are really impressive that I'm sure he's saving for a babyface run. So it wouldn't surprise me if he broke away at some point, and flipped his moveset a little bit, does some even more flashy moves, and this guy could be a pretty big deal.
I could actually make the argument that the team of Cesaro and Zeb Colter could be amazingly over. I mean, think about when we had the Raw where Zeb Colter came out with those signs, like the best defense is offense. He's hilarious. Oh, yeah. Given the proper scenario, and when Cesaro lost, he did that blasphemy, face. Now apply that to Cesaro. He can easily have the argument of, hey, guess what? We are talking about America. America finally accepted one of my men. He is a foreigner, but he came in and he is living the American dream. He can almost be it's going to sound weird, but the new Jimmy Hart type of character where it's America, number one, and it could work. Because I don't think, as much as I love Cesaro, the one part that I think he does need work is on the mic. So by having Zeb, maybe you get rid of him after a while, but by having Zeb in his corner, I think he's the total package, and not Lex Luger.
And I agree that, if you're going to have Cesaro as, a main heel on the roster or something, then Zeb is definitely a guy you still want to keep around him because he's really good. He's a really good heat magnet. And, he's got the great mic work, which is the one thing that, even though Cesaro is really not that bad, Zeb obviously is going to take you further on the mic.
Hey, if you like this clip, you can check out full shows over at ByteThat.com, as well as iTunes and Stitcher by searching Byte That. Also, send us questions through Twitter at ByteThatCast or email ByteThatCast@gmail.com.